his microphone, if it's too loud, everyone yell at me, throw boxes off. So, Museum asked me to come and do two things. To wear a very loud suit, and to talk for about 10 minutes. I'm going to try and do both of those things without screwing either of them up. If I get distracted, please I apologize. There are a lot of potential criminals being wanted and securitized over there, and with cameras and other things. So, when they asked me to come and speak, I wasn't entirely sure of what I could possibly say. There's sort of a daunting task of being a 33-year-old man and being asked to come and impart wisdom to a bunch of people who are Holocaust survivors, who are veterans, who have been through marriages and lives and have perhaps experienced more rich than my own. I have, however, had a very interesting experience this past week in particular today. It's been an interesting sort of experience for me because I'm a newspaper photographer. This started as a newspaper story. It originally started as being a 15-picture story for my beloved Village Voice where I work. We were going to do a little thing for Yom Shaw and we were just going to put 15 pictures in the paper, and that was going to be kind of it. And I was put in touch with the Museum of Jewish Heritage, and they said, that's great, we know like 80 or 90 or 100, go talk to all of them, set forth as you may. And that's kind of what happened. I photographed some people here from the museum, I photographed some people at their homes, at their offices, etc. Some folks, there's a lot of people out here who I photographed, so some folks know that I came in, took 5 seconds, went on my way. There's some folks who I ended up chatting for hours, which has been sort of the most interesting experience of the whole thing. It started out as being a formulaic photo process. I wanted to make photographs that reflected the experience that the people who I was photographing had gone through. The photographs are formulaic. If you look at all the pictures behind me underneath my very large name, you'll see that they're all photographed the same way, using the same exact lighting. But the important thing about it was that everyone's personality and their experience showed through. The stories are all very different. The people who I photographed had different stories, had different lives, both back in Europe and here in America. The conversations I had with them were very different. About sort of what they had gone through and sort of trying to get some wisdom from them as well. It became a very difficult thing to do. I'm a social creature. I'm a colorful, ridiculous kind of caricature person. And you would go and listen to these stories and you'd chat with them and you carry them with you. You would hear about these unimaginable things. I know a bit about what it means to be Jewish. I know nothing about what it means to be the Holocaust. I know a bit about what it means to be a veteran. I know nothing about what it means to be in the war. And so, hearing that experience and carrying it with me, especially being a photographer for a newspaper that doesn't really do a lot of hard-hitting stories, it's mostly parades, concerts, and people being happy and enjoying their lives, was a pretty sobering experience. And there would be days when I would go and I'd shoot somebody, or 2 people, or 3 people, and then I would get in my car and I'd listen to klezmer music and cry. And that wasn't very great for me. It is difficult to deal with these stories that are so important to tell, day in and day out. That's what I had thought until this week. I had sort of a very polarizing experience this week. Someone who was very, very close to me, who I felt very close to, died a few days ago. In fact, actually, I'm having a bit of a bittersweet day today. I have a bunch of monumental-sized portraits. I had an opening. My name is and everything. I came here from a funeral. And it's been an absolutely sort of life-changing experience in how I view, especially this project. This funeral that I was at this morning was of a person who was very colorful, very easy to love, very, very kind to me over the years. And it became a situation where we were talking a lot about the beautiful life that this man had led and what he had meant to other people and what he had meant going forward. And I suddenly realized that this project that I had been doing for the last year, that's been consuming my life for the last year, that they keep, for some reason, putting my not so great face on newspapers for the last year, wasn't about death. It was for the first time, the moment that I realized that. Everybody who I photographed is here. They made lives. They did beautiful things. They became doctors, they became lawyers, they became painters. Hello, Fred. They did lots of really interesting and cool things with their lives because it wasn't about, it's about history, it's about telling the story of the history, but it's about moving forward. The people who I photographed weren't the people who went through this horrible thing 72 years ago. The people who I photographed were, whose faces I'm looking at right now and trying not to make eye contact with, were very much people who live now. And I had a few people ask me, well, is your next project going to be photographing our grandchildren? Because they're part of that story too. They're part of that story too. And probably just as important a story. I had some, and this is my wind up here, I had some, NPR came to me a couple days ago and about this, and they asked me what I would want from people who are experiencing the show, what I would want them to experience. The photographs themselves are not exceptional. When people walk up to me and go, oh, thank you for doing the pictures, it's great, cool. They're not exceptional. The people I photographed are exceptional. The people who I photographed live these phenomenal lives, and sometimes just surviving is phenomenal in the world we live in. Sometimes just going forward is phenomenal. And sort of, sorry, I'm emotional now. So the people who come to this museum, and I actually, this is now the third time I've seen it. Today is the first time I've seen all the screens around. I would not want anyone to come in here saying, I want to see a photography show. You can see a lot of photographs outside of the wall. You can see them in the screen alone. I would want people to see it and say, these are real people, these are important stories, and I want to learn more about what happened to them. I can't tell you how many little kids with smartphones, the thing that I hate more than anything else in the world, these kids with smartphones who have been going and taking pictures of it, and the people who I've seen coming in to see it. And the thing that I want is for them to come in to learn something. And if that's what happens, because I photographed 49 survivors and featured on their lives for a few minutes, and then somehow had a very large show with very large portraits that were printed very, very large, that's great. But that's not what they should be here. They should be here to come and see what happened, and learn what happened, and also understand that it's not just about what happened, but also what's going forward, and about a celebration of life, and what keeps continuing to happen. And that's my spiel. I promised in 10 minutes. I think that was probably about 10 minutes. If not, we're going to call it that. Thanks everyone for coming out. If you have any questions about photography, I'm very chatty. If you have any questions about anything of actual substance, there's a whole lot of people with very interesting lives here in front. You should talk to them. Thank you.